down. 10-2 soft. Blue draw corker. Deep river.
They'll run on first down. Good. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 50, plant.
Tight end right. 4 check.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
A gain of 13 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Equinemius St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Check 15.
Now.
On first down, Kendrick. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check 93.
To throw on second down, Moyer. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 27 yards there, a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. 30 base.
Hey, man.
Smooth.
Watch the boot.
Yes.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. That's right.
Right on.
On 1st and 10, Moyer. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
60 out now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Hurry.
On play action, they'll throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Hey, exit.
Hey, let's get some penetration.
Ready?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
At their own 48-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch tight, tight.
6-6. Pull it hot.
He'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike 8. Mike 8. You.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
5 down. Stand up in. Check 9.
Pilot, 64. Win.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
35, Cowboys 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Smoke.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Tight right, tight right.
Three down. Hey, Echo.
Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Yeah.
93's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Orbit.
93's the mic. 93's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Check it.
Looking to throw. Moyer. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
It's now third down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go.
We got it.
Ready.
Back to throw. Moyer. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down. Moyer going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go, baby. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo.
Check 53's Mike. Army.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
53, Mike.
Shoot.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Kendrick finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
You can't block me. Check.
General West. Get it.
From the gun, Moyer. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moyer. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. John Ross, 31 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Cowboys take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over.
Let's go,
1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
Ready.
What we got?
Hey, Charlie. Lead Griffin.
Looking to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll rifle this one and got his man complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Moyer. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Moyer. That's to his running back, complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it, and we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking to throw. Moyer got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Smooth.
53's the Mike. 53.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike's 54.
From the gun, Moyer. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Set. 10-2 stop.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Moyer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 11. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And for the fourth time, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Go. Hit it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll drop to throw, and a pressure gets to him again. Uchenna Nwosu. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
70, Indy. Hey, exit. Let's go, dude.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Check.
Look at me, zipper.
Check.
From the gun, Moyer. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice. Football team.